Hello again, everybody. This is part 2 of Chapter 6 of Ineffable Nights. Chapter 6 was called Rescue Me, and we will pick it up right where I left off last time. Azzy's heart leapt in his chest because he knew that voice, and he'd know it anywhere.
What? Oh, bugger it, Crow. I want to watch.
The other Fallen grumbled, turning his glowing green orbs to face the burning gold ones.
Too bad. Lord Bilza needs you on the south wall in case we get attacked tonight by these bloody Celestials. Besides, you know I work alone.
Crow's voice dripped menace as he added,
Is that a problem, Liger?
As he saw the green eyes duck down as if the beastly Liger had lowered his scaly head in submission.
No, Lord Crow, not a problem. I just wanted to watch a master at work was all, but, yes, I'll just go watch the south wall then, shall I? Great! Be a good boy, and I'll bring you one of his eyeballs later.
Crow's tone had turned jovial, and his golden eyes stared after Liger's fading footsteps until the sound of a heavy door slamming echoed down the hallway. Now the eyes turned back to Azzy and locked with his. The Celestial only had mediocre night vision at best, but he suspected the Fallen saw in the dark as clearly as a normal person did on a sunny day. He offered Crow a timid smile.
Oh, Angel.
The voice was low, but filled with empathy.
You look a mess.
Azzy laughed quietly.
It's good to see you too, Crow. Yeah, well, after keeping company with Liga, even a piece of shit like me would look good by comparison.
Azzy heard the jingle of keys, and then the rusty iron door of his cell screeched as Crow came inside.
Hell-forged manacles, eh? Hell's Angel. How many of 'em did you piss off?
Crow was at Azzy's side in an instant, and with a snap of his fingers the chains fell from Azzy's wrists and ankles. Azzy rubbed the raw skin of his wrist gingerly, wincing.
Well, I didn't try to piss them off, Crow. I tried to reason with them. I never considered for an instant that you were the most reasonable one of the lot.
Crow's soft chuckle surrounded Azzy like a warm blanket.
Aye, well, tried to tell you, Angel. There ain't a good one in my bunch. But we can talk about all this later, yeah? Right now, we need to get the hells out of this place and far, far away. Your lot will likely be here any time now, and after that happens, I'd be shocked if a rat gets out of this place alive.
Oh dear.
Azzy sighed and wavered a bit on his feet. Crow abruptly wrapped an arm around him to steady him.
Oh, Angel, I'm so sorry. If I hadn't left, maybe...
Crow, this isn't your fault. It likely would have happened anyway. This is war, after all. Besides, you don't owe me an apology.
Azzy took a deep breath.
Do you know, I sent my mare home right before the Fallen took me captive. That is supposed to be a signal to the other Celestial Knights to come to the rider's aid. That was 6 days ago, Crow, and no one ever came. They didn't even try.
Azzy's voice cracked, but he kept going. By the self-loathing in his friend's voice, it was clear Crow needed to hear this.
My own people didn't come for me, Crow, but you did. You alone have rescued me.
Well, don't get too cocky yet, Angel. We still got to sneak out of this bloody dungeon and escape the castle walls.
Be that as it may, Crow, I just needed to thank you.
For what?
For coming back when you didn't have to. For risking your own life to save mine when even the Knights of Celestia weren't brave enough to do that. for being the best friend anyone could ever hope to have."
As he smiled at Crow, hoping the other man could see the sincerity in his eyes. Crow's eyes grew strangely shiny in the darkness, and then he cleared his throat.
"Well, you've always said I was mad, so doing this just proves it. Bravery's got nothing to do with it, Angel. Also, I brought you a little gift."
As he gasped, as he felt a familiar hilt pressed into his hands, he willed the sword to burst into flame, and now that he could see Crow clearly, he could have wept for joy.
"My sword! But I left it in my post, and those dreadful brutes burned that with hellfire. How—"
"Is it that surprising I'd walk through fire for you, Angel?" Crow grinned at him and winked, wicked fangs flashing in the pale blue light. "Well, hellfire anyway. None of that holy fire of yours. Damned sword has burned my hide the whole time I carried it, even without those bloody blue flames. Keep it far away from me from now on." "Oh, Crow." As he could have kissed him, but felt like it wasn't the best time and certainly not the best place.
Yeah, Angel. Now let's get the fuck out of here before your bunch shows up and turns this into the most dysfunctional reunion party you've ever seen."
Crow took Azzy's cold hand in his, making a mental note to skin Liger alive for putting his angel through this, should he ever get the chance, and cautiously began leading him out of the darkness and toward the light. And that is the end of part 2 of chapter 6.